Hello, and welcome to Mind Your Business. I'm Stephen Meadows. In today's Hidden Gem, I want to talk about taking action. You know, it's funny, when I wrote down the idea for this episode, I just wrote take action, and for some reason, every time I looked at it, it would trigger the song Get On Your Feet by Gloria Estefan. Yes, I am aging myself, I know that. For those of you who are younger than I am, Gloria Estefan was really big back in the 90s. She sings songs, she even sang for the Olympics. It's just a fun song, and the song has literally nothing to do with this video, but I just had to mention that for some reason it pops into my head because there's a line in there that says, get up and take some action. And so that's what I want to talk about today, is there's only so much you can do in the planning phases of your business. At some point, you've just got to pull the trigger. You've got to just go, I'm going to do it as of today, and then just go forward. Whether it works or not, you just got to take some action. A lot of agents I see out there are getting ready to get ready. And they never actually do anything. They're planning, and you've heard me talk about analysis paralysis, where you get so wrapped up in the how and the why and the analytics of a situation that you never actually do it. And that's what you need to do as a salesperson, no matter what your industry is. Make a plan and do it. Just get out there. We had a mastermind group at my company a while back, and that was one of the themes. We were talking about how to get more listings, and really the main theme of the entire mastermind was you've got to get out and you've got to get in front of people. Now, I realize in a pandemic it's not as easy as it used to be, but there are still things that we can do to get in front of people. I'm not going to go into the whole list of things, because frankly, I don't want to give away our ideas, but there's so much that salespeople can do, but you've just got to get out there and do it. You cannot have a successful sales business, a person-to-person successful sales business, in your bathrobe. You've got to get out in public. You've got to get in front of people. You've got to give them a compelling reason to want to work with you. And sitting around in your pajamas thinking about it isn't going to get the job done. So it's a very simple concept, but I feel like it's one that's lost on a lot of people because we get so wrapped up in that analysis paralysis. We get so wrapped up in the planning, and everything must be perfect, and I don't want to mess up, so I'm going to triple check this, and there's this other idea that I wanted to explore. Maybe I'll see if that would work too. Just pick one. Just pick something and go do it. If you don't, it'll never happen. If you can't do it yourself, pay someone to do it for you. I've talked about that as well, like where you can be cheap and you can be lazy, but you can't be cheap and lazy and still be successful. So if you've got the resources, but not necessarily the wherewithal or the motivation, then find someone to do it for you. Let's use social media as an example. My company provides a social media marketing plan for our agents. Why? Because it has value, and because my agents can just plug it in and let it go, and it takes very little of their time. And then I have some agents who take a step further, and there's a small fee they can pay to have someone do it all for them. And it's brilliant, and I wish everyone would do it because it just makes sense. If you're not going to take action, someone else will. Why not let them take action on your behalf? Pay them to do it for you. If you're not going to make phone calls or knock on doors, then you're not going to get the business unless you're willing to team up with someone who is, or pay someone to do, lead generation or something like that. So that in and of itself is an action. So even if someone else does it for you, you hiring that person is an action. It's a step in the right direction. So don't worry so much about whether it's going to work. Even if it's a tentative step, take a step, test it out, test out your theories, take some action, see what you think. If it doesn't work, you take a step back, you go back to the drawing board, and you replan. But you can learn to move and pivot very quickly, and you can adapt to any market, to any situation, because, the good times are not going to last forever. Markets have ups and downs, and some of us have lived through some of those ups and downs in the real estate market, and we know what it feels like. And so those of us who can pivot and change course quickly are going to be the ones that survive. And changing course starts with action. So I hope that gives you a little bit of motivation today to just pick a course and try it out. Go for it. You can always take a step back. You can always go back to the starting point. So get out there, take some action, and make awesome choices.